So let's make some bread. I'm gonna go grab my apron.
It's been sleeping.
I have a feeling that I didn't do that right.
Hello everybody. I'm getting ready for work right now. It's 6:30 a.m. and the sun is barely up, but that's okay. In this video, I'm going to be making some sourdough bread. I haven't made any in months, but I just got out of school. I graduated. So now I have a lot more time on my hands. Therefore, I can do some more sourdough. I'm gonna pull it out of the fridge. It's been sleeping. There's like a little bit of liquid up at the top. Sometimes people dump that out, sometimes people stir it in. I think I'm just gonna stir it in. Let's get to feeding the sourdough. Apologies, the lighting in my kitchen is absolutely atrocious, so I had to turn off the lights except for one. It's the next morning. Girl did not grow. But I am curious on if it's still good because it smells sour, and also it has clearly bubbles on the top. Like, it has a very bubbly top. So I'm gonna do the water test on it and see if I can use it. It's not floating. So clearly it's not floating. So basically I'm gonna feed it again and hope that the good yeast cells survive and make it super fluffy. And for context, like, this has literally been sleeping in my fridge for like 3 or 4 months. So I probably shouldn't have had such high expectations that it would like thrive right out after one feed. But I really wanted to make bread today, but it's fine. We're just gonna try again. What up? Today is the day. Now, I just want to give a PSA first of all, because I have been feeding this starter throughout the weekend. This morning I woke up, it had doubled. It's been doubling the entire weekend. And I thought, well, I'm late for work. I'll just put it in the fridge at peak, and when I get back home, it'll still be at peak or just after, which is the perfect time to make dough, and it'll be fine. This is what she's looking like, which is not peak, but my thought process is this, okay? And we're gonna find out together. My thought process is, you feed your sourdough. I would take this out of the fridge and feed it right now, and then it would double. Making bread is feeding your sourdough. You're just doing a huge ratio. Even the top is bubbly. Second off, I'm making this for my D&D campaign group, and it's just a bunch of men. So like, I don't think they're gonna care that much if it doesn't turn out super spongy. I just want to make bread, and so I'm going to. So let's make some bread. I'm gonna go grab my apron. Okay, you can see the counter space. The recipe I'm using, I will link in the description. It's the same one that I've always used for my focaccia. Focaccia is really easy to make because you don't have to do very many stretch and folds, and that's really why it makes it easy. The first thing you're gonna need is a bowl. I like to use a glass one so that you can actually see it, because I'm obsessed with coming over to it every hour and being like, are there bubbles? So I really like having a glass bowl for that reason. So the second thing that you'll need, I don't have, which is a scale. You guys are gonna think I'm the craziest baker. Like, I know baking is a science. I do not adhere to that science. I follow my heart. Usually I use about half a cup of sourdough starter. So looking at the instructions, she says 100 grams of starter, which usually for me is about half a cup. Am I going to measure it into a half of a cup? No. And look at this. It looks like cheese right now. So like, what I'm saying right now is basically me cutting it in half is just the same as me discarding half and feeding it. Why would the loaf not work? I'll feed this later. The next thing is the water. I think she said she used about 400 grams. This is when you just go, hey Siri, how many cups is 440 grams of water? 1.86. That's about 2 cups. So I'm gonna get my little, that's not okay.
When this loaf does not turn out right, you guys are not gonna be surprised, but I am. Now you're gonna stir until it's totally combined. Next step, I believe, is to add the flour. 12 grams of bread flour. Hey Siri, it says about 4 cups, which I think is what I did last time, and it turned out perfectly fine. So I do have bread flour. It was a shower gift, the farmer's storehouse. I will never buy it again because I believe in just buying Walmart bread flour, but I don't know, man. Kitty cat, you're really gonna have to pull yourself together because you're getting a little bit outrageous at the moment. I also don't do the thing where you like take a knife to it and like make it super even. I just push my hand against the bag. Now you're gonna stir it into a sticky ball. I'm not gonna add more water yet because there are still parts of it that are really sticky. So I'm thinking if I can just mix it the right way, then it can get to a good consistency. Now I'm gonna scrape down the sides as best as I can. This is what she's looking like. And I'm gonna cover it with a towel because obviously we got this thing. I'm gonna let it rest for overnight. The rule of thumb is to not follow the clock, follow your heart, and follow what the dough is telling you. Listen to the dough, look to the dough. Essentially, once it's doubled, then I'm like, okay, bet, let's do this thing. Also, another fun thing is like, I can feed the mother sourdough starter, and then I can see when that doubles, and that's a pretty good indicator for me at least of when the dough will double because it's the same yeast family or whatever. Anyway, catch you on the flip side. Good morning. Oh, sorry, my cat just bit me. I'm just going to set her down there. Are you ready? You ready? This is the starter. Obviously, hair tie is where it was last night. It's almost tripled. I told you she'd grow, okay? Now let's take a little gander at the dough herself. Aww. Shawty grew. Like, look at that. That top is so bubbly. It's literally huge. Now it's time for the sad part. Our next instruction is to deflate it. Which is so sad. That's okay though. Supposed to pour some olive oil on top of it and then basically fold it in on itself. And then let it rest for 5 to 6 hours. And then after that, we'll be good to spread it and bake it. Okay, I'm gonna pour a little olive oil on top. That's probably too much, but whatever. This part is really hard because it's so hard to pull it from the sides. So I try to use the olive oil like as a way to get it off of the sides. Then you're gonna fold it in the center. Here she goes, she's deflating. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get it off the sides. She's now deflated and she's gonna rise again. Yeah, I'll see you in about 5 or 6 hours. Greetings. Sorry if I look a little crazy. It is raining outside. And that's it. Are you ready? Bro, what did I tell you? Look at the bubbles. What did I tell you? I knew it would be okay. Our next step is we're gonna grab a pan. I'm grabbing a little deep dish looking situation. I'm just gonna drizzle it out, okay? Do a little drizzle situation. I'm gonna move the pan a little bit to make sure that the oil gets like everywhere. Okay, this part's the scariest part. We have to essentially get this guy out and like dump him into here. Oh my word. Oh my. Okay, I broke her a little bit. That's okay. I have a feeling that I didn't do that right. I genuinely don't remember what I did last time. We're gonna spread her out. Yeah, I genuinely don't think I just did that right. So sorry about that. Now I'm nervous, guys. Oh, I can't even dimple her. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, change of plans. I don't think this is what the recipe says to do, but I think I'm gonna let it rise in the pan. I don't know what to do. Because I can't even, like, dimpling is not gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna let it rest. I have to go to a Bible study anyways. Don't know what to do. And I'm gonna hope that it like crusts over a little bit and then I'll be able to dimple it a little bit easier. This is really upsetting. Okay, I'm just gonna push that back. Okay, so here's the plan. I added flour on top of the bread and I'm hoping that that will make the surface like crusty enough that the dimpling will work. And also ChatGPT said that that would work. So let's find out. Okay, editing Elizabeth here to explain what happened. Basically, the bulk fermentation I did correctly. It's just supposed to ferment in the bowl overnight. The second fermentation, I was supposed to put the dough in the pan to ferment for 5 to 6 hours. And then it would create that crust to make the dimples like what you're seeing here. So that's where I messed up. Don't be like me. This is not a tutorial. I did solve it though, which is the good news. I don't think this is going to be my best loaf ever, but I do think it's going to be a loaf. Now I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees. Wait, 475 actually. Alright, that concludes today's video. I forgot to film an outro. I also didn't have a chance to like show you guys live the bread because it came out of the oven like in the middle of our campaign, so that'd be kind of inappropriate to pull out my phone and start talking to it. Anyways, if you want to make this bread, go to the description and there is the link to the recipe. You know, follow the recipe, unlike me. I think a reason why this kind of fell flat a little bit, because you can tell it looks more crusty than it does bubbly, like bubbling over the dimples. It looks more like it made canyons. It's because I had it resting on the counter for almost 24 hours. So like at that point, the bread had lost a lot of its gluten structure or something like that. Like acidity breaks down gluten. Something. I'm still kind of learning what sourdough even is, but I think that's an aspect of why the bread didn't come out super fluffy, and I'm excited to try again and actually follow the instructions. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to subscribe.